To fall in love with yourself is the first secret to happiness. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. I read and walked for miles at night along the beach, writing bad blank verse and searching endlessly for someone wonderful who would step out of the darkness and change my life. It never crossed my mind that that person could be me. You carry so much love in your heart. Give some to yourself. The hardest challenge is to be yourself in a world where everyone is trying to make you be somebody else. The moment you know yourself, you have known the most precious thing in existence. If you are happy, you can give happiness. If you don't love yourself and if you are unhappy with yourself, you can't give anything else but that. If you have the ability to love, love yourself first. Now close your eyes and please understand that you are still young and the universe is endless and somehow everything will be okay. I think in life you should work on yourself until the day you die. To be beautiful means to be yourself. You don't need to be accepted by others. You need to accept yourself. I am my own universe, a galaxy, a solar system. I am the warm-up act, the main event, and the backing singers. And if this is it, if this is all there is, just me and the trees and the sky and the seas, I know now that that's enough. Self-care is never a selfish act. It is simply good stewardship of the only gift I have, the gift I was put on earth to offer to others. One of the greatest regrets in life is being what others would want you to be rather than being yourself. Every one of us needs to show how much we care for each other and in the process, care for ourselves. The people who trigger us to feel negative emotions are messengers. They are messengers for the unhealed parts of our being. Don't worry if people think you're crazy. You are crazy. You have that kind of intoxicating insanity that lets other people dream outside of the lines and become who they're destined to be. It's all about falling in love with yourself and sharing that love with someone who appreciates you rather than looking for love to compensate for a self-love deficit. It is interesting how often we can't see all the ways in which we are being strong. Self-love is an ocean and your heart is a vessel. Make it full and any excess will spill over into the lives of the people you hold dear. But you must come first. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. I took a deep breath and listened to the old brag of my heart. I am, I am, I am. Do not feel lonely. The entire universe is inside you. Stop acting so small. You are the universe in ecstatic motion. Set your life on fire. I now see how owning our story and loving ourselves through that process is the bravest thing that we will ever do. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. This self-love is the instrument of our preservation. It resembles the provision for the perpetuity of mankind. It is necessary, it is dear to us, it gives us pleasure, and we must conceal it. If you're not someone who has a natural and effortless love for yourself, it's hard to let go of your desire to please other people, and that's really not an ingredient for a happy life. My mission, should I choose to accept it, is to find peace with exactly who and what I am, to take pride in my thoughts, my appearance, my talents, my flaws, and to stop this incessant worrying that I can't be loved as I am. There is you and you. This is a relationship. This is the most important relationship. I must undertake to love myself and to respect myself, as though my very life depends upon self-love and self-respect. You have to believe in yourself when no one else does. That makes you a winner right here. Self-love, my liege, is not so vile a sin as self-neglecting. If you have no confidence in self, you are twice defeated in the race of life. With confidence, you have won even before you have started. Keep your face to the sunshine, and you cannot see a shadow. Be faithful to that which exists within yourself. Remember, you have been criticizing yourself for years, and it hasn't worked. Try approving of yourself and see what happens. Treat yourself like someone you love. Our first and last love is self-love. As I began to love myself, I stopped craving for a different life, and I could see that everything that surrounded me was inviting me to grow. Wherever you go, go with all your heart. But I sort of refuse to be an outsider, even though I know that I very much look like one to a lot of people, and I refuse to view myself in such terms. It's not my responsibility to be beautiful. I'm not alive for that purpose. My existence is not about how desirable you find me. Keep taking time for yourself until you're you again. You change the world by being yourself. Had we not loved ourselves at all, we could never have been obliged to love anything. So that self-love is the basis of all love. My wealth is in my knowledge of self, love, and spirituality. All love begins with the love within. Don't forget to tell yourself positive things daily. You must love yourself internally to glow externally. And I said to my body, I want to be your friend. It took a long breath and replied, I have been waiting my whole life for this. The bad news is time flies. The good news is you're the pilot. If you wish to be loved, love. Remember who you were before they told you who to be. Let me fall if I must fall. The one I will become will catch me. The only person who can pull me down is myself, and I'm not going to let myself pull me down anymore. Document the moments you feel most in love with yourself, what you're wearing, who you're around, what you're doing. Recreate and repeat. Lighten up on yourself. No one is perfect. Gently accept your humanness. Self-love has very little to do with how you feel about your outer self. It's about accepting all of yourself. It took me a long time not to judge myself through someone else's eyes. Wanting to be someone else is a waste of the person you are. The same light you see in others is shining within you too. When you say yes to others, make sure you are not saying no to yourself. You must find the place inside yourself where nothing is impossible. Tell yourself how wonderful you are, how great you are. Tell yourself how much you love yourself. Stay true to yourself. An original is worth more than a copy. Nourishing yourself in a way that helps you blossom in the direction you want to go is attainable, and you are worth the effort. I learned a long time ago the wisest thing I can do is be on my own side. I care for myself. The more solitary, the more friendless, the more unsustained I am, the more I will respect myself. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. To say I love you, one must know first how to say the I. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. To love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance. If only you could sense how important you are to the lives of those you meet, how important you can be to people you may never even dream of. There is something of yourself that you leave at every meeting with another person. Love yourself first and everything else falls into line. You really have to love yourself to get anything done in this world. If we all did the things we are capable of doing, we would literally astound ourselves. One of the best guides to how to be self-loving is to give ourselves the love we are often dreaming about receiving from others. I remind myself to be kind to myself, and as slightly ridiculous as it may sound, to treat myself in the same gentle way I'd want to treat a daughter of mine. It really helps. We are each gifted in a unique and important way. It is our privilege and our adventure to discover our own special light. Until you love yourself, you will never know who you really are, and you won't know what you're really capable of. Be a master at loving yourself, and people will follow. One of the most important things you can accomplish is just being yourself. I am thankful for all of those who said no to me. It's because of them I'm doing it myself. Sometimes I pretend to be normal, but it gets boring, so I go back to being me. I am sure of myself as a person. I am sure of my talent. I'm sure of my love for life and that sort of thing. I am very content. I like the kind of person that I am. The more I like me, the less I want to pretend to be other people. I don't want everyone to like me. I should think less of myself if some people did. I've finally stopped running away from myself. Who else is there better to be? When you recover or discover something that nourishes your soul and brings joy, care enough about yourself to make room for it in your life. Beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself. I am stepping right into where I am with no shame, and it feels good. If you are not personally free to be yourself in that most important of all human activities, the expression of love, then life itself loses its meaning. I must be myself. I cannot break myself any longer for you or you. If you can love me for what I am, we shall be the happier. If you cannot, I will still seek to deserve that you should. I don't fit into any stereotypes, and I like myself that way.